Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex, and I have some updates from around the land of smiles for you from the Thaiger today, this wonderful Tuesday, April 23rd.
This ad is brought to you by Carzuno, the easiest way to lease a brand new car in Thailand.
We're going to get started with our first story today, and that's that the Prime Minister is doing his best to court Formula One for a street race here in Bangkok. That's right, so Thailand's Prime Minister, Srettha Thavisin, is advocating for Bangkok to host a Formula One street circuit race, aiming to strengthen the country's appeal as a key tourism destination. His administration, already focusing on entertainment and sports to attract affluent tourists, sees potential economic benefits, including significant job creation and increased tourist numbers. Srettha's efforts align with the wider economic strategies, such as becoming an aviation and logistics hub and extending tourist stays through festivals and events. The proposed F1 race could generate considerable economic value and bolster Thailand's position in global tourism and sports, complementing existing initiatives like visa waivers and potential plans for integrated entertainment complexes. That's right, Formula One, baby. I know we already announced Formula E is on the way, but it seems like they're taking it more seriously for a proper Bangkok Formula One street race. I know that the gearheads in our office are very excited about that prospect. I wonder if you guys are as well. I'm still a little nervous, right? We made that one video talking about F1 in Thailand. We're going to need some road work probably before we can really host a proper F1 event. But in any case, I'm just happy it's coming. All right, well, we're going to move on to our next story. Just use bigger tires, by the way, street circuit. Thank you, Larry. Just use bigger tires. That'll work. I'd like to see Formula One tractor racing through the streets of Bangkok. That could work. Mojo says should be like the Vegas track on I'm not sure I can say that on YouTube, Mojo, but I think everyone can read the comments. All right, anyways, let's move on to our next story. So this is actually an update from a weird story we did yesterday. So apparently a young student, a 22-year-old Chinese student, was virtually kidnapped from their school in Australia to Thailand. Well, that student has now been reunited with her parents after her harrowing experience. So in a distressing case of virtual kidnapping, Thai police successfully reunited a Chinese couple with their daughter, who was falsely reported as kidnapped and taken to Thailand. Initially studying in Australia, the 22-year-old woman was manipulated into traveling to Bangkok, where she was coerced by scammers into extorting 40 million baht from her parents under the pretense of securing her safety for a fabricated legal violation. The scam unfolded with the woman disappearing for days, making controlled contacts for ransom, and moving between various locations under threats. Thankfully, Thai police located her in Bangkok, and she was safely reunited with her parents, who decided not to pursue legal action after confirming her safety. This incident highlights a troubling rise in virtual kidnapping schemes targeting Chinese students abroad. Well, we have a happy ending to this story. It seems like no ransom money was actually exchanged, so this girl just went through a very harrowing experience, but she is finally safe. However, it does highlight the rising issue of young Chinese students studying abroad being taken advantage of by Southeast Asian scamming organizations. And in this case, this woman traveled all the way to Bangkok under this perceived threat of legal violation. These kids, man, like they don't know what the world is like, especially growing up in a very sheltered system in China and coming out into the world and just thinking they've broken the rules and they got to pay their way out of it. Another interesting thing that, rich people always think they can just pay their way out of things. All right, let's check the comments. Hold on. All right, back to the last story. How does it go from Oz to Thailand? I thought it would have gone from the other way, right? That was a weird story, I gotta tell you. But apparently it's a rising issue. So if you know anybody, apparently targeting Chinese students in Australia is the big one. So if you know anyone in that situation, give them a heads up. Virtual kidnapping. What a weird thing, right? Just being coerced by legal threat is enough to make people scared enough to be forced into these situations. Well, I'm glad she's good. QZTube says, F1 is one of the things I missed in Melbourne. F1 in Thailand fixes that. Yeah, let's go. And better to watch than the AFL. I don't know if I agree with you, QZ. I'm a big AFL fan, and we're heading into the season right now. So go Collingwood, go Pies. I have all my teeth. Anyways, we'll talk AFL a little bit later. Moving on to our next story. Yeah, it's hot. I don't know if you guys have been staying outside too much lately, but if you have been, you can't do it for long because it is scorching. And it's not just the heat, there's also thunderstorms on the way. Monsoon season will soon be upon us. So the Meteorological Department of Thailand has issued a storm warning for 26 provinces due to severe heat, with temperatures anticipated to hit 41 degrees Celsius. A low pressure system from intense heat in Upper Thailand is expected to cause isolated thunder showers and strong gusts. Residents are advised to avoid prolonged outdoor activities and stay vigilant against storm-related dangers. Additionally, the Andaman Sea and the lower south are experiencing increased rainfall and rough sea conditions, prompting warnings for mariners. This weather pattern is also causing dust and haze accumulation in the northern, northeastern, and central regions, impacting air quality. The forecast predicts continued high temperatures and localized thunderstorms across various regions of the country. Yeah, it's hot. I don't know. Is that news? It's Thailand. But it's really bad. And I don't know. I'm at the point where, like, I love dry season. It's nice because we all get sick of rainy season when it happens. I'm at the point where I'm sick of the hot. I'm ready for a little bit of rain to try and cool things down. Not to mention, of course, the rain helps with pollution, beating down the particles and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel for Mojo doing his 1 mile journey for KFC in the scorching heat at Khao San Road. I'm simultaneously surprised and not surprised that he survived. Go Blues! Oh, QZ, we're on opposite sides, baby. That was a fun grand final last year. But yeah, 1 degree in Netherlands, I believe that is, 2 degrees in Iceland. Yeah, sorry, I would trade places right about now. Bundle up, get a little bit of cold. But yeah, 41 degrees is really. Can people survive in that? Like, are we able to live in that without air conditioning? I don't want to find out. All right. Oh, yeah. Mandalik says, I'm so scared to come to Thailand now because of the heat. Of course, it's equally hot in Bengaluru. Yeah. I don't know, man. We're all at that longitude. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. I'm from Florida. It's the same thing. I'm used to sweating. It's okay. Well, anyways, let's move on to our next story. Now we got some. Here comes the exciting stories. Well, no, wait. Sorry. The exciting stories in 2. I got one more crypto story. Not sure how many crypto people we have in the audience, but obviously crypto is a big thing all over the world, especially amongst digital nomads here in Thailand. However, Thailand has announced plans to start blocking some unlicensed crypto exchanges here in the country. That could put a damper on things for crypto exchangers. So Thailand is set to block unlicensed cryptocurrency exchanges as a measure to curb money laundering and other online crimes. This decision, inspired by similar actions in India and the Philippines, was announced by the Thai Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, Secretary General Kun Punnarong. The Thai SEC will soon provide a list of these unlicensed entities to the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. Crypto investors are urged to withdraw funds from non-compliant platforms and to verify the licenses of exchanges using the SEC Check First application. The regulatory move highlights a global trend of increasing oversight on crypto transactions to ensure compliance with local laws and to protect investors from potential scams. Okay, economics teacher. I've been teaching about crypto for about 12 years now, and I'm a fool because I always thought it was, not really a worthwhile investment, and I still stand by that. However, I'm the idiot standing here without any crypto or millions of dollars. So what do I know? But the point is, people like Sam Bankman-Friedman, the FTX guy, everybody thought he was this golden child, and he was basically running one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in the world. And it seems that so many actors within the crypto sphere are operating in bad faith. So good on Thailand for trying to put a crackdown on this. This is not a crackdown on all crypto. It's just a crackdown on unregistered crypto exchanges. So it's just trying to clamp down a bit on what has become sort of a Wild West situation in the cryptocurrency market. Yeah. Anyways, I don't expect any comments on that story. Sorry, that was boring. I'm an economics guy. I like that stuff. But here's the fun stories. All right, we got a couple of weird ones for you to close out our day today. Now, the first one involves a Pattaya bar dispute. A trans woman has assaulted a farang and is facing a fine as a result. So a Thai trans woman, Kun Saksit, was fined after assaulting a foreign man at a Pattaya bar due to a dispute over a service fee. The incident, which occurred in the early hours of April 16th, led to significant disturbances and financial losses at the Soy Buakao establishment. Saksit hurled a glass bottle at the man, resulting in his injury and the swift departure of other patrons. Captured on CCTV, her actions prompted a police intervention. Saksit, who claimed the assault was provoked by the foreigner's refusal to pay for services rendered, faces a fine under Thai criminal law for her conduct, which has also negatively impacted Pattaya's reputation as a tourist destination. Well, okay, come on. Pay your bills, people, but also at the same time, I think you can reasonably expect the service staff to not throw bottles at your head. Maybe this guy was just late to pay. Who knows? You know, there's drunken altercations in Pattaya. They're a dime a dozen, aren't they? However, chucking a bottle at someone's head, that is less common and more likely to land you in some hot water. And yeah, I feel bad for the establishment. You know, there was a story yesterday about the guy in the gym who was tossing the girl. That's bad for business there too. So it doesn't matter whether it's customers or staff. If these kinds of crazy incidents happen in an establishment, it's going to be bad for business. So it's important that owners have a handle on things, especially in places like bars where emotions can run hot and things can get crazy fast. Shano says it was a flyby. Apparently it split his lip open. Guy, I think he had to get some stitches or something like that. Not too serious of an injury, but still gonna ruin your night. Probably gonna ruin a lot of other people's. Roberto says, for the last story, lots of crypto millionaires mysteriously died, by the way. I'm not aware of that story. I gotta take a look at that, Roberto. Who knows, man? There's a lot of... I'm a big UFO guy. There's mysterious disappearances around that community all the time, too. So, I don't know. Power games. It's easier to be poor down here with the plebs. I don't have to worry about high-stakes crimes. In any case, I got one last story for you guys. This one's a doozy. I really don't know what to make of this one, but let me see if I can come up with this. Okay. All right, so pandemonium in Phuket as a Portuguese woman pounces around topless. A Portuguese woman known as Nadia caused an uproar at a Phuket hotel by walking around topless and failing to settle her accommodation and food bills. This behavior, reported on April 21st, has prompted warnings at local hotels about her. Nadia, known for previous incidents including a refusal to pay a taxi fare and threatening behavior, has been identified by authorities as having a mental illness. Despite her family's attempts to intervene, she has continued her disruptive actions, leaving a trail of unsettled debts and public disturbances. Thai social media users and local authorities are increasingly concerned about her ongoing presence and the lack of decisive actions to address her behavior. Yeah, among those things, she also threatened to stab the taxi driver as well, rather than pay. It's clearly a mental health crisis, a breakdown of mental health crisis. Her family's reaching out, but she just keeps running away to the next place, accumulating new debts, and then moving on. And now, she's going viral for very much the wrong reasons. In any case, I hope that she can find the help that she needs. I hope that they can get this under control, because she is being a bit of a menace and causing a lot of problems for a lot of businesses down in Phuket. Not just the businesses, the other guests as well, probably being disturbed by this naked woman prancing around. However, I hope that she can get the help she needs. It's a big issue here in Thailand. I always talk about mental health problems. What I love is police here in Thailand are generally very good at de-escalating these situations without resulting in force. So that's something that I always love to give credit to Thai police about, especially compared to many of our, at least the American counterparts. However, after that initial de-escalation, what kind of systems are in place to make sure that these people are getting the help that they need? That's something that still, I think, needs to be addressed here in Thailand. But in the meantime, I don't know, keep an eye out for this woman. And if you see her, try to get her some help. All right, guys, that'll do it for the news today. We will be back again tomorrow for all of our subscribers with another news show, giving you all of the updates from Thailand. Jay will be back with me, fingers crossed. But in the meantime, let me get into the comments and say hi to all of you beautiful people.
This ad is brought to you by Carzuno, the easiest way to lease a brand new car in Thailand.